Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Okay, so this is a frustrating story for me. It's not so much about the politics of it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that just for having an opinion, sharing an opinion, this guy, John Gibson, the CEO of Tripwire, former CEO of Tripwire Interactive, I should say, has stepped down because of the backlash he got from a tweet he sent out. The tweet in question, I don't have it pulled up, but it was like a retweet. It was a post about the new Texas abortion bill that's now law. Basically, it's illegal to get an abortion after 6 weeks, along with being able to, as private citizens, to be able to sue abortion clinics or doctors. I believe it's specifically doctors, like up to $10,000 per abortion. I believe they provide after 6 weeks of pregnancy. I have the bill up here, as well as over here. I'm gonna link these in the descriptions down below. It's just, if you want, just read it yourself to form your own opinion on it instead of reading just news stories telling you why it's good, why it's bad. Basically, just formulate your own opinion on that. Again, I'm not here to discuss the politics. I'm here to discuss the cancel culture part of this story of this CEO losing his job because, I mean, whether you agree with the opinion or not, because he shared an opinion. Ultimately, that's what it is. It isn't just an oversimplification of it. It's literally that. It's backlash and anti-abortion comments. That's what it is. He quit because of that. Let's just get to the story so we can talk about it further. Provide some context to it. This news from VGC, Video Games Chronicle. Maneater Studio, Tripwire's CEO, has quit following backlash at anti-abortion comments. John Gibson has stepped down effective immediately, the company has stated. The CEO of Tripwire Interactive has stepped down following the backlash to his decision to publicly back recent anti-abortion legislation. John Gibson, the CEO of Maneater and Killing Floor developer Tripwire, I believe they're also a publisher. I'm pretty sure Tripwire is also a publisher. Nonetheless, tweeted his support on Saturday for the U.S. Supreme Court's decision not to block a new law in Texas that bans abortion for most women. Gibson's tweet was met with heavy criticism on Twitter, leading many players to vow never to play Tripwire's games again. It also led to public statements by Torn Banner Studios, the developer of Tripwire published Chivalry 2, and Shipwright Studios, a co-developer on Chivalry 2 and Maneater, distancing themselves from Gibson's comments. As a result, Gibson has stepped down from his role as CEO of Tripwire, according to a public statement made on the company's official Twitter account. Okay. Quote, "The comments given by John Gibson are of his own opinion and do not reflect those of Tripwire Interactive as a company," the statement reads. "His comments disregarded the values of our whole team, our partners, and much of our broader community. Our leadership team at Tripwire are deeply sorry and are more unified in our commitment to take swift action and to foster a more positive environment." The quote continues, "Effective immediately, John Gibson has stepped down as CEO of Tripwire Interactive. Co-founding member and current vice president Alan Wilson will take over as interim CEO. Gibson's tweet referred to the Heartbeat Act, that's HB 1515 or SB 8, if you want to get technical with it, which makes it illegal for women to have an abortion after 6 weeks and includes a, quote, private civil right of action, which means any Texas citizen, even those not involved in the incident, has the right to sue anyone involved in an abortion for up to $10,000. Quote, this was the tweet John Gibson tweeted out. Quote, "Proud of hashtag U.S. Supreme Court affirming the Texas law banning abortion for babies with a heartbeat," end quote. John Gibson retweeted. As an entertainer, I don't get political often, yet with so many vocal peers on the other side of the issue, I felt it was important to go on the record as a pro-life game developer. End quote. This provoked a response from Shipwright Studios, a co-development studio that has worked with Tripwire in the past, like on games like Maneater and Chivalry 2, who tweeted a public statement aimed at Gibson declaring that it would never work with his company again. This was followed by a statement from Chivalry 2 developer Torn Banner Studios, which also stressed that it too disagreed with Gibson's message. Quote, this is from Torn Banner Studios. Quote, we do not share the opinion expressed in a recent tweet by the president of Tripwire, publisher of Chivalry 2. It tweeted, this perspective is not shared by our team, nor is it reflected in the games we create. The statement stands in opposition to what we believe about women's rights. End quote. Chivalry 2 was Tripwire's most recently published title and was developed by Torn Banner with co-development work by Shipwright. And that's the story from Video Games Chronicle. I'll link in the description down below. But so what I wanted to talk about was mainly because it's really annoying. Okay, I don't know how to put it. I want to be civil about this because not many people are, and that's the frustrating part. He stated in an opinion that he was pro-life and he liked the new law in Texas regarding abortions. Again, it's not necessarily the politics of this that bug me. Now, with that being said, let me just say, personally, I'm not pro-life. Personally, I'm more so pro-choice. Begrudgingly so. It's not an issue that I think about often, and it's not a position that I take too strongly. It's, for me anyway, I just don't think that the government should be able to decide what you can or can't do with your body. You know, I don't think that that's the place for the government to operate in. That's just what I believe. Now, with all that being said, I'm not posting Twitter any tweets or anything like that. You'll rarely see that on this channel because personally, I think Twitter it's a toxic environment and I don't want to like promote it any more than and it needs to be. The most I'll do with that platform is just share my videos or whenever I go out on the stream, and that's basically it. I want to stay as hands off on Twitter as possible, but anywhere. I mean, Reddit, Threads, any other games comments website. I don't think they have that many over here as far as new engagement goes. But anywhere regarding this, you'll mostly see people talking about, yeah, screw that guy. He deserves to get it. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences, which it doesn't mean anything. Consequence is just a synonym for reaction. They basically have the same definition, almost exactly. It's any action in this world has a reaction, has a consequence, you could say. So that means nothing. And for someone to lose their job over an opinion, just an opinion, as far as I know, he didn't cause any abortions, he didn't prevent any abortions. He just tweeted out an opinion. And people might respond to that and say, well, he should have been more careful about what he said because it also reflects his company. It also reflects poorly on his company. And to that I say, like, okay, but if you had just changed just one word of that tweet from pro-life to pro-choice, just change life to choice, would he receive the same backlash? Seriously, would he have received the same backlash? I don't think so. I think this is ridiculous. I think he shouldn't have had to step down. I think Torn Banner Studios and Shipwright, I think that's just childish, dude. You work with this guy, you could probably talk to him about this. Jeez. You don't have to like just quit business. That seems very unprofessional in my eyes. Just because you don't share an opinion. It's not like Tripwire is causing, like, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tripwire, are they causing or preventing abortions? More so preventing, if that's what the CEO thought. Former CEO, I should say. But I don't think they have anything to do with abortions in Texas as far as the company goes. So that opinion that John Gibson made, I don't think it would have been, I don't think it was backed by much other than what his feelings were. And I don't think that reflected the company. The company even stated that it doesn't reflect the values of the company. So I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, it will affect his company. You as an individual, as a consumer, can decide whether or not to support a company by giving them your money or what not or whatnot. But this is just sad. Honestly, I can't put it any other way. It's just sad. It's I don't want to I don't want to foster or create an environment or be a part of an environment that punishes people for speaking out about how they feel about things. Even if those opinions, just opinions, by the way, not actions, just opinions, are punishable. I don't like that. That's kind of a culture we're in right now, in this cancel culture sort of society. I know I'm kind of rambling about this, but it sucks. It really sucks. It sucks that had he just it sucks to know that if he had just said if he was pro-choice instead of pro-life, that the worst that would happen is that people would ignore it, and the best that would happen, he would be like the patron saint of like Planned Parenthood in gaming, or whatever, of pro-choice in gaming. But instead, just because of one word, because of one one out of a million ways of expressing an opinion, this one, this is cancelable. This is something that you need to lose your job for. That to me is just absurd. It's uh, it's not right. It's not right. But nonetheless, I've rambled on about this subject enough. I was really fired up about it, and I want to just share my thoughts on this. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd be really interested into hearing what you guys think. All I ask about this, since I know it's a sensitive issue, is that you guys keep it civil. That's it. That's all I ask. I hope that's not too much. I hope that's reasonable. But yeah, also if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you really enjoyed it. It'd really help out. Anyway, nonetheless, take care, guys.